Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So we're going to be revisiting old favorites and I'm pretty much going to be creating a full face look using favorites that I have picked at random from old favorites videos. I think it's a really good idea to revisit products that we used to be obsessed with, that we used to, you know, like that they were our holy grails. I think that it's good to revisit them if you haven't used them in a little while and see if you actually still like them, still like the formula, still like how they wear, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. I have a full box here in front of me of older favorites, products that I was just obsessed with. They were my ride or die, but that I haven't necessarily used in a little while. We're going to dive into that and we're going to see how they apply and whether or not I still love them. So if you're interested in watching that, then please stick around and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's do this. Now, before we jump into the tutorial part of today's video, I do have an old favorite. I mean, it's sort of more like a recent-ish old favorite, but it's a product that I promised you guys I would update on the results of after talking about it in a favorites video in January. It is the Kenzie IPL device. This is a permanent hair removal device that you can use in the comfort of your own home. Really cool. And I spoke about this in my favorites video in January and I had so many people saying, Nikkia, please update us on your results. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, if you haven't seen that video or you're not familiar with what these are, like I said, it is an IPL device, but it's one that you can actually use in the comfort of your own home. IPL stands for Intense Pulsed Light, and essentially it is a salon exclusive. I mean, it always has been a salon exclusive treatment that actually permanently removes the hair follicles so that you no longer grow hair in that area. I have had experience with the in-salon treatment in comparison to the at-home treatment, and I gotta tell you, I got it done about 10 years ago and it was one of the most mortifying things. Oh my goodness, because I had like my entire like Brazilian area done. Yeah, let me tell you, that's a situation when you bond with a therapist in ways that you never thought you would. So I had to go in and have repeat salon treatments. I think I got maybe 8 sessions done. Maybe it was 10 all up. It cost me a lot of money. It was well over $1,500. It was quite expensive. It might have even been more than $2,000. I can't quite remember. I do remember being like, oh, I'm going to sell my soul to get this done. But I really was not having any luck with other hair removal methods. So anyway, had that treatment done. But as a result of my hormones changing over the years, the hair follicles have been re-stimulated. The hair came back, you know, going on and off the peel and things like that. It all changes. Different things can stimulate your hair to come back. And then I came across these awesome at-home IPL hair removal devices. Now, I have tried several of these, but this one by Kenzie is by far my favorite. Now, Kenzie did send me this device and they have given me an affiliate code if you want to get $50 off your order. I'll pop the code on the screen. I really recommend this one above all of the other ones that I have tried because you can actually change the intensity of the light so that you are able to target different colors of hair and be able to customize the treatment based on your hair color and your skin tone. This one also does have a permanent like light emitting kind of a feature. So when you're doing large areas of your body like your legs or even like your armpits, you don't have to continually keep pressing the button. Like the light will continually emit so that you're able to just do it much faster, much easier. Yeah, really love this, guys. If you haven't seen the original video that I did talking about this product, I will link it down below for you guys. But I have officially been using this little guy now for 14 weeks. The results are amazing. I literally have got no hair growing in the areas that I've used it. I've got like a couple of like random little sparse ones and I'm going to continue using this once a week. It is only a once a week treatment, but I am absolutely blown away with how well it has worked. The results, in my opinion, are just as good as the in-salon treatment, and it's just way less. Like I can quickly have a shower, shave the area, and then go over it with this. I don't have to have awkward chit-chat conversation while somebody's literally looking at what I had for breakfast. So certainly as an update, and thank you to all of you for asking about how it's gone, because the idea with these is you don't really see results until you've used it for a consistent period of time. Like I said, I do have that code. I'll pop a link in the description box so that you can check it out. but really, really good results with this. So yeah, that's kind of like revisiting an old fave. I just know that you guys wanted an update, so I figured let's put it in this video because we're revisiting old faves in this video. So yeah, obsessed with this. So let's move into the actual tutorial part of the video. I'm excited to show you guys these faves, and I'm also excited to see how many of you have been here since like the very, very beginning of my channel. You would have seen me talking about these products and using these products all the time. So I'm excited to get into the comments and stuff with you guys. But for primer, I am going to be using the NYX Angel Veil. I still love this formula. NYX primers are really, really good. I would certainly say out of all of the drugstore brands you can get, like NYX has really perfected their primer formulas. They're really, really awesome. But Angel Veil is literally such an amazing dupe of the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. Very, very similar consistency, very, very similar, overall performance and whatnot. I absolutely love it. It looks the same, it feels the same, and I feel like it performs just as well on the skin. So this is like a really nice smoothing primer. Look at this little guy that's popped up. Hello. Really smoothing primer. I used to love this, and I still do really. I just usually will reach for the Hourglass one over this. Oh, it feels amazing on the skin. Yeah, I remember this guy. I remember it well. Then for foundation, I have the Urban Decay Stay Naked. You probably are all familiar with how much I loved this. Such an awesome formula, you guys. Like really, really awesome, really lightweight, really breathable. Definitely feels naked on the skin, and I feel like it stays looking really perfect throughout the day. So we're going to use this one. I am really excited to see if I love this formula as much as I used to. I've been so into foundations lately that are so like just products that I can't feel on the skin. Like I want to be able to put my makeup on and not even know that it's there. I don't want it heavy. I don't want it cakey. I don't want it to feel like it's stopping my skin from breathing kind of a thing. And those were all reasons why I absolutely loved this foundation. Oh, look how beautiful it looks on the skin. Oh, it's amazing. I don't know why I haven't been reaching for this one. Oh, it's probably got more to do with the fact that I hadn't cleaned out my foundation drawers. I did do a declutter video recently, and I decluttered like my entire foundation collection. It was mental. There was over like 150 foundations. We got rid of so many. I will link that video on the screen as well if you were interested in watching it. But now that I've done that, like I feel like I'm like, oh, I remember this foundation. I remember that foundation. It's given me a chance to reacquaint myself with a lot of old faves that were like hiding under foundations that I just didn't like. I completely forgot that they were there. Yep, still absolutely obsessed with this foundation, you guys. It's so lightweight on the skin. You can just hardly feel that it's there at all. And it looks really perfecting and really, really smooth. It pairs really well with that NYX primer too. Love, love, love. So next up, I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I never use these anymore. I literally used to be obsessed with this kind of product, and I never use them anymore. I just find them a little bit too heavy. I feel like they give my brows like a real kind of like blocky kind of... They're too full on, basically. They're too full on. But this whole video is about revisiting old faves, so we're going to do it. I'm going to take it on one of our angled brushes. This is from my brand. And oh, it's a little bit dried out actually. Starting at the base of the brow, I'm going to start to apply it, and hopefully we can get more of a natural effect today. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're fantastic for like really hot humid climates. They're really, really good for oily skin types because sort of once they're on, they don't budge. Like they're there to stay. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't find myself reaching for them anymore. I much prefer a powder. I feel like it's much harder to make mistakes, but also easier to erase mistakes with a powder. These are just a little, I don't know, intense. I feel like my brow style has like really changed over the years. I don't actually mind how it's looking. It's actually applying really well with this brush. This brush has got a super, super, super fine pointed tip, so it's great for drawing in individual brow hairs. All right, brows are done, and I have zoomed you guys in so that you can see we're gonna work on the eyes now. I've also pinned my hair back. I feel like it's like totally out of control today. Okay, so gonna prime my eyes with the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This is an old fave that has continued through till now. I still love this product and I still use it really regularly. I have definitely been using the Gerard Cosmetics one more than this one recently though. Like pretty much since that one came out, I've sort of switched over to that one. I just love it. The formula is amazing. I'll link it down below. But applying this with our cream blend brush, This brush makes it really easy to apply eye primers. It gives like a really airbrushed diffused finish. Okay, for the eyeshadow palette today, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Sweet Peach. This was my most loved, most used, most favorite, most holy grail eyeshadow palette for years. I was obsessed with it. I still am obsessed with it, but I guess because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, and I mean, we need to declutter that drawer as well, but there are so many there that I guess I just don't find myself really regularly reaching for it. I loved this palette because it's got a little bit of everything. You can sort of achieve any kind of look, natural, bold, daytime, nighttime with it. Really amazing mixture of formulas, and I love the way these formulas perform. So this is the one that we're going to use today. I'm just going to do like a sort of a natural warm brown kind of a look with this one. Probably I'll start with Puree, maybe build in a little of the Summer Yum, and then we'll finish with like one of these shimmery bronze kinds of colors. I'm going to take our EO3 diffused crease, and I'm just picking up, this is Puree, picking it up. Oh, I remember this palette, you guys. I feel like I know the formulas in this palette and the colors in this palette so well, because it was a fave for such a long time. Such a good palette, honestly. Okay, going back into the palette, I'm actually going to take this deep dark brown. Charmed, I am sure, is what this one's called. It is a matte deep dark brown, and this is our flat shader, and I'm just going to pack that one right on the outer corner of the eye. It's funny too, like picking up this palette again, like I remember these quick eyeshadow looks that I used to create all the time. It's like muscle memory. Because I used to just use it so much. And then back in with the diffused crease brush just to buff that in. Then going into Cobbler, this shimmery bronze, picking that up on my finger. I'm going to pack that over the rest of the lid. Bada bing, bada boom. It's pretty much a full eyeshadow look. Definitely, by all means, I remember why I loved this palette so much, why I was so obsessed with it. And safe to say, I still think that it is just as good as I did back when I was using it all the time. So just blending those deep colors underneath the eye as well. We might also put like a little bit of a shimmer on the brow bone and on the inner corner too. All right, going in with mascara now. This is the Smashbox Superfan Mascara. Used to be obsessed with this. Haven't really used it recently though. It's got a rubber bristled brush. It's tapered on the end and on sort of like down closer to the wand. I just really loved how big and like voluminous this made my lashes look. I love that it didn't smudge, and I love that it wasn't like an overly sticky formula. But I gotta tell you, like now, since Benefit came out with that magnet mascara, I have been ride or die using that every single day. It's so good. Like it definitely does a good job of really loading up the lashes with formula without being like too wet and sticky and sort of heavy. I really like this one. Oh, it makes my lashes look quite big. And I mean, I know that it doesn't smudge. Like that's how come it made it to my favorites in the first place. Really easy to use. I like the shape of the wand too. Yeah, I do. I still like this formula for sure. I will quickly finish this mascara off camera. I am going to pop some lashes on too. This is our Alyssa lash. Really flirty, really fluffy, and really good for like natural sort of daytime smoky eyes. So yeah, I'll finish this off camera and then I will be back. All right, moving back onto the skin, I have the Benefit Boing Concealer. This is the Cakeless Concealer. This one came out, I feel like 2-3 years ago. Loved it so much, was using it every single day. I remember the formula being very full coverage, really crease proof, cake proof, amazing. But yeah, for some reason it's been hiding in my drawers and I haven't reached for it probably in the last 12 months. So excited to see if I still love it. Now I do have two shades here. I've got number 5 and number 3. Number 4 is the one that matches me, but I can't find it, so I'm just gonna mix the two of these together. I do feel like no matter what concealer I get or what concealer I test, I always go back to either the Too Faced one or Tarte Shape Tape. Like, I don't know, like I just feel like they're my ride or dies and I always go back. I actually feel like maybe this color isn't too bad, so maybe I don't need the lighter one as well. So on initial application, it's very smooth on the skin and it is definitely doing an amazing job at covering some of that darkness that I did have underneath my eyes there. It is kind of more of like a sticky formula because it is so full coverage. It can take a little bit longer to blend out than like a super creamy formula. but for the payoff that you get, for the coverage that you get, like, this will cover up literally anything. It's amazing. Yeah, definitely still really like this formula, and I think this is another product that I will for sure be using more of. All right, for powder, this is an oldie but a goodie. This is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. It's a mineral-based powder with a little bit of coverage. I've got the shade medium. I used to absolutely love this. Really smoothing on the skin, and also helps to add a little bit of coverage as well there. I mean, these days, as you guys know, I pretty much exclusively only use my own setting powder, and a Gerard Cosmetics one. But furthermore to that, I also pretty much exclusively only use translucent setting powders, because I do find now with my oil production and my textured skin and stuff like that, tinted powders do tend to cause additional texture, additional caking, additional rough sort of looking skin, so I do avoid them now. So I'm curious to see how this goes. I'm going to swirl a powder brush in this and then just sort of use it all over the skin to set everything down. Yeah, it definitely adds like a little bit of coverage to the skin. Does quite a good job at mattifying it as well. Like after it's applied, it definitely doesn't, like the skin no longer feels sticky and tacky, but I don't think this is going to give me the same like perfect velvet, smooth, poreless kind of a finish that my usual setting powder does. I'm picking it up on the sponge now to see if I can get it under my eyes. I mean, it certainly doesn't look terrible on the skin, but I do feel like my pores look quite enlarged here, more so than they would normally. Yeah, really quite badly enlarged. Oh my God. Can you guys see that? I'm going to zoom you in. You see how much texture that's added? Like, wow. This one's a no-go, you guys. I actually may even remove this product from my collection altogether. It's giving me so much texture. So at least we have come across a product in this video, an old favorite, a product that I used to love that I actually don't like at all now. And that could just be due to the fact that my skin has changed over the years. But yeah, not a fan of what this has done to my skin here at all. I'm just going to quickly try and fix that up because that will not do. We can't have that. Okay, moving on, we have NARS Laguna Bronzer, a beautiful formula. Not too cool, not too warm, very easy to blend and very easy to apply. This is definitely a product that I still love and use. But when I looked back through all of the favorites videos, this was one that like I just consistently kept using over time. It was my favorite for years and for very, very good reason. This is our angled contour brush. I'm just going to apply this to the hollows of my cheekbones and across my hairline. It's funny too, back when this product was really popular, when it was really trending, when everybody was using it and talking about it, there wasn't really too many products available at the time that were, I don't know, as good, as usable, as easy to apply, and as long lasting on the skin. There was the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. That was one that was definitely up there, but I feel like now, like, there are just so many options. There are so many brands that have amazing bronzers. There's also so many really, really good drugstore options. So I would say that that's probably why I don't reach for it as much as I used to. Like, there are so many others that I've got that I can use, that I love. Yeah. I definitely still love it, definitely still do use it, but I don't use it every single day like I used to. It is certainly pretty enough on the skin though to be used every day. Like, it's beautiful. And such a good flattering colour too. Oh, I have missed you, Laguna. I have missed you. For blush, I have one of the Maybelline Fit Me blushes. These were my hands down ride or die. I was just obsessed with them. They were always so smooth on the skin. They had a really, really good color selection. They don't emphasize pores or texture, and they're really long lasting during the day too. So yeah, loved these. I don't know, it's another product that I just never really reach for anymore. And to be fair, I am not entirely sure why. This is the shade, it's number 15. It should have an actual color though, I thought. So just applying this to my cheeks using our bronzer brush. Oh, I remember this one. It has a really sort of subtle sheen on the skin too. Gives your skin life, gives your skin like that little bit of a lift, but without being like too over the top shimmery. Really pretty and soft and natural. Love. Much like NYX has really got their primers down pat, I do feel like Maybelline has got their cheek products like really, really perfected. Their bronzers, blushes, highlighters, like they're all incredible and they will not let you down. All right, we've got that blush on. Look how pretty that looks on the skin. Really, really pretty. For highlighter, another old fave, and comment down below if you remember this product and you remember how much everybody was obsessed with it. MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. I feel like everybody that loved makeup had this product or has had this product at some point in their life. It was just so well known, so well loved. This one and the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, these two were my most loved and most used. I'm going to go in with our Precision Powder brush. I'm going to pick this one up. Looking at the formula now, looking how it sits in the pan and looking at it on the brush, I feel like nowadays this one might be a little bit too chunky for me. Oh, it's a really pretty champagne color, like very flattering color, but it's definitely more of like a dry kind of like powdery formula. I prefer highlight formulas now that are a little bit more intense, a little bit more buttery, so they really cling to the skin and kind of like melt into the skin rather than just sitting on top. This one's quite sort of like dry and powdery. So formula wise, not my favorite formula, but definitely a really pretty color. And it definitely does pack like a lot of punch as well, like as far as highlight goes. I might pop a little of this one on my brow bone as well. Yeah, it's definitely pretty. I just feel like it might be a little too chunky for me now. And then last but not least to finish, the Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick in Mile High. I literally wore this in every single video for like 4 years. It's an amazing nudie pink kind of a color. Really, really flattering, and this formula, like as far as liquid lipsticks go, this formula is amazing. I mean, you get it from the name. It's a Hydra Matte formula, so it's matte, but it's also hydrating at the same time. I just find these one of the most comfortable formulas to wear for extended periods of time. And I definitely do still wear these. I still love these. I still wear them all the time. I do still have a discount code with Gerard Cosmetics. It'll get you 30% off. The code is JOY. But yeah, I definitely haven't worn this one sort of recently. I've been going for more lipsticks that are like almost like a tinted balm. I've just really been about, you know, more natural sort of makeup. Oh, this color is literally perfection. It's so pretty and flattering. Oh, I love it. But we can probably take my hair back out now. This is how the makeup overall came out. Now that everything's all put together, I do think it's really pretty and really flattering on the skin. I feel like all of these products, they definitely do work together well. Certainly some faves in there that I really do remember, like wow, like still obsessed with them when I use them. Certainly the eyeshadow palette. Hands down, still one of the best eyeshadow palettes out there as far as like my opinion goes. I think it's incredible. Both of those MAC powders though, really not a fan. Really not too much of a fan of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I just find it too heavy and I had to be really careful, you know, to apply only a tiny little bit of it so that my brows didn't look like super over the top and super heavy. Loved the primer, loved the foundation, loved the concealer, although the concealer was, I guess, a little bit trickier to blend than some of the more creamy concealers that I love now. Love the liquid lipstick, love the bronzer, love the blush. Everything else was fab, but yeah, definitely a couple of products that even though they were products that I was obsessed with and I used every single day, I don't know. I don't like them as much as I used to. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. Leave me all of your thoughts down in the comments down below. Are these products that you still love and use every day, or did you used to love them and you no longer use them now? I'd love to know absolutely everything. But I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And yes, I love you all heaps, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!